You're watching House Sparks Mega Worldwide. Like, subscribe, give a thumbs up, support the show. Melania was on Sean Hannity's show, and she got a segment and a half. Yeah, apparently she got interviewed by this guy who I believe is a thumb, but he's like one of those where somebody draws a face on a thumb and puts a little wig on it, a little suit, and they do like that. It's charming. So this is Sean Hannity, who's normally in the cleanup business. Remember, Tucker was where you would go to do your kind of mea culpa apology, and Sean Hannity is the guy that would help you clean up the mess. But he got an interview with Fox News, and apparently, I want to say like the New York Times or whatever was offered an interview with her, but it would cost them $250,000. Like their fucking People magazine, and they were like, nah, pass, thanks. It was CNN, that's what it was. CNN said pass. I mean, I guarantee they did this everywhere they went. For anybody, any takers, I mean, shit, if you can get them, right? And it's an election season, she puts out a book, and then she charges for interviews. Cha-ching. I mean, that Melania book should just be the real art of the deal. What's up? All right, here we go.
Now, yesterday, I sat down with former First Lady Melania Trump,
who has the most bizarre, opaque, dark, fucked up book,
to discuss her new memoir called Melania. We spoke about the...
Oh, that's what it's called. I couldn't... I'm sorry. I thought Melania. I was trying to figure out how you actually pronounce that. Melania. It sounds like a disease you get. I'm sorry, Mr. and Mrs. Johnson, but your child has acute Melania. Well, that's good. She'll meet a nice rich guy.
The upcoming election, the importance of this race, and the law.
Hold on. Sneeze. I'm all right. I'm allergic to this dipshit.
Lawfare that is being used against her husband, her family.
Her husband? Dude, can you not get a fucking sentence out? The fuck is wrong? Doesn't Sean Hannity talk for a living? Why is this hard?
Here's part one of that interview. Take a look.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Don't hard sell it, Hannity. Watch it, how bored he is. Here's the first part of that. Take a look.
Used against her husband, her family. Here's part one of that interview. Take a look.
By the way, this is pre-recorded, so he will be vaping during this.
Madam First Lady, it's great to see you again.
Nice
Madam First Lady.
to see you too.
Thank you for doing this.
Yes, you remember me. I'm client number 3.
You don't love media interviews, and I don't blame you, because I watch a lot of media.
But don't worry, I'm not media. I'm opinion.
Media too, and I'm a part of it for 35 years.
And this is going to be very short because Dave Ramsey is going to be doing a very heavily edited interview with your husband in a little bit. And I know you don't want to be here when he or Dave Ramsey is in the building.
We are grateful that you're here. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you.
We're very grateful that you're here in New York where you live.
So with 34 days away from an election, I've covered politics my whole life.
And you still haven't learned it.
It's a long, hard, tough, grueling process, as you know. What's this process like for you?
As you said, it's a long process.
Yes, it is long. That's what I think we've all come away with. It is long, unlike Donald's pecker.
And you just need to be in it and enjoy it as much as you can.
Sure. Yeah. By in it, you do realize you haven't been at any of his campaign events, like at all. You're not in it. You're not in it at all. You're the opposite of in it.
Also, you need to be very focused.
Yes, on not being in it.
And take it day by day. Some surprises come as well, so it.
This is great. I don't get the feeling you're talking about something you have no connection to and you're not really interested. Yes. Why does every answer sound like a book report for a book you've only seen the dust jacket
It's
of?
very important that you prepare for those surprises.
Yes, always prepare for things you can't prepare for. Oh, I see. So you know that, like, he was fuck us. You must fuck us. What? I'm not gonna. What? I'm not. No, thank you. But you must fuck us. You must fuck us. It's one of my favorite jokes in the Pentaverate. Um, the it, she's not involved at all, and you can't prepare for surprises unless, of course, you know the quote unquote it's going to be a surprise to his followers. It's not a surprise that he's cheated on you or whatever, and it's not a surprise that Jack Smith has the goods on him. But you can prepare for the surprise coming out, even though it's not a surprise to you. Right?
What's election day and election night like for you? I'm sure.
I mean, yeah, 50-50, right?
If I was on the ballot, I would imagine I'd probably be a wreck.
Yes, and imagine if you were married to the person on the ballot. I'm kidding, Sean. You don't believe women should be president.
No.
Well, as I explained in my book, I'm very calm. That's maybe my...
It's called not... You have to understand. I feel about the election like I feel about Christmas. Fuck the Christmas and fuck the election. I stay very calm because I make my money no matter what happens, Sean.
My personality, and because
Cold, calculated, almost like a praying the mantis, yes?
I know on the election day, it's all in the people's hands.
Yeah.
People decide what they want for this country.
Yes, technically that is true. In this country, the voters do decide. You might be onto something. I didn't really think about it that way until always.
And it will be again this year on November 5th.
Yeah.
You're right. Yes, that's true. Hey, it's going to be this year on November 5th. Shit. I was not expecting to learn something from this interview. This is magic. My goodness. Is it in the book? So in America, every 4 years, election happen. And sometimes it go good, and sometimes husband throw ketchup.
Oh, here we go again, your third run. You know, one of the most...
No, it's not her third run. She's his wife, and only just barely.
Most interesting stories to me is when, and I've known your husband for many years, long before he ever got into politics. And
More before he knew you. When the stories I could tell you about, we would gross each other out.
And when he was thinking about it, we had a lot of late night conversations about issues, and we would kind of go back and forth and debate. And what's so fascinating is that he was going up against 16 of the top governors and senators in our country.
No, on the Republican side. Again, a subset of a subset of a subset. The ones that can run, want to run, that are Republicans of a certain ilk who are fucking gross. So.
And when he brought the issue to you that he was thinking of running, you're quoted as saying, well, you know, if you run, you're going to win. True story?
True story.
How did you know?
I saw how people react to him.
I also know after years that is the only answer he will like. If you do that, you're going to be best. So I say, be besting. So if you do, I say this about, when he's going into the bathroom, if you take sheet, it will be great sheet. If I say it's not going to be good sheet, then he get mad.
And he's a passion for this country. And we travel all around the world, and he was making speeches at that time, and I saw what the people want, and I think the country was ready for.
Yeah, they wanted Hillary Clinton by a count of 3 million. He won the Electoral College, lady. Simmer.
Change. They wanted to have somebody who was not in politics.
In politics.
All the time, and.
Politics. All right.
I saw it. I saw in him as well that He really wants to do it at that time. He was talking for many, many years, but he really felt 2016 was the right time.
What, if anything, is different
Well, I think it was because he could run against a woman.
this time around?
I would think that the world, and especially United States, is more divided than ever before.
Yes, yeah, that would be the legacy your husband left when he was president the first time.
We are dealing with much more danger, and especially we see what's going on the world and the threats that we get, and my husband, what he went through in the last few months.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's different. I guess it's different than just losing last time.
I'm going to get to the issue of the assassination and
Attempt.
there are new threats, as you know, and we'll talk about that. Let's talk about the divided country. And you often talk about you want the country united. I like the country united. Some people wouldn't believe it, but I have.
Yeah, it's not that we don't believe it. We just know you're full of shit. There's a difference in, like, it's not even about belief.
Very strong political beliefs about what the right thing to do is to get the country on the right track, putting politics aside. How do you reconcile those that want open borders and those that want secure borders?
Why are you asking her? Look, it's fine to ask her opinion. Totally fine. But this is the same dude who was like, why are we listening to Michelle Obama? Fuck her.
Those that want high taxes and those that want tax cuts and a free market economy.
Read the book, Sean, okay? It's chapter 7.5, chapter 7 something. I don't remember chapters what happened. But you listen, asshole. Read the chapter on my book on taxes versus high-low and immigration versus yes-no. It's a whole, you don't get, look, get the book, okay? Get the book. Because I learned a long time ago, you can ask Donald, like, why would they buy the cow if they can get the milk for free?
How do you reconcile those that want to defund and dismantle the police and those that believe in law and order, or those that believe in energy independence and those that don't, or those that believe in peace through strength and those that
believe that a woman should be president?
For example, Kamala Harris doesn't think we should use the words radical Islamic terrorism.
Radical Islamic? Maybe that's because there's an S in there somewhere.
How do you reconcile such differing views in your...
Yeah, how do you reconcile it? Melania, who's selling a book?
...view and be united as you want, like you talk about?
Hey, asshole. Well, one of the best ways to unite the country is to, when you're doing a softball interview with a former president's wife, maybe don't eat up all her fucking time with your sort of blather about your opinions.
I think we need to listen each other.
That's a good idea. Yeah, we need to listen each other and not talk so much, fucking Sean.
I think...
Whose interview is this anyways?
We need to we have different perspectives.
What? Come on. That's not... Look, you learn something new every day, and except today.
We have different beliefs.
Where does she get this stuff?
We need to respect our freedom of speech.
We need to respect our freedom of a speech. So you're saying that ABC shouldn't lose their license because Donald Trump got mad that he was fact-checked?
For our individuality.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's big. I like my individuality. I do. I didn't even know I had an individuality a while back until I got a hand mirror and squatted over it. I don't know if you've ever... Has anybody else looked at theirs? Sorry. Fuck me.
I think it's very
I'd like to remind everybody that I'm not making fun of people with accents or even technically her accent. I'm just kind of copying how she speaks when I'm doing it. I'm actually mocking the fact that she's an awful person who's a birther just like her asshole husband. Just saying.
very important that ideas are heard, that we have a very, very straightforward communications.
Okay. So ideas must be heard, and we need very straightforward communications. Like, oh, you mean not like news, opinion news after a certain time of day that's entirely rhetorical, directing the thoughts of people in the country. Not like that. Maybe Reddit.
And we share the idea, we debate, because I think with that we could have innovation.
So Trump should debate Kamala again. Okay, all right, sure, that's good. Hey, look, we broke a piece of news, and we can glue it back together.
And success in this country. I feel it's a troubling trade in this country that we are canceling people that they don't agree on certain issues.
Yeah, no, I, for example, I don't consider someone who thinks the Jews and the Chinese got together to create COVID to kill everybody else. I don't view that as an issue that I disagree with. I consider that a racism and a bigotry. And I think there's a difference there. And also, people aren't getting canceled for having differing opinions. People are getting canceled for selling ivermectin on Twitter during COVID.
I want to talk to you about, you've been a victim of cancel culture in ways that I never knew about.
Yeah, she was canceled a long time ago. They weren't even going to let her on. She was going to wear a black suit and a white shirt, and they were like, nope.
And I want to get to that, too, in the course of this interview.
Well, get at it.
Politics, though, has gotten pretty rough and tumble.
Yeah. And I wonder who has, I hope nobody in this vicinity has participated in the vilification of the other side. Right, Sean? Thank God.
And again, having done this for over 3 decades, look at what...
Yeah, and have nothing to show for it except money. Congratulations, Sean. Really. You literally have done nothing good. 3 decades, you're rich as fuck, but you've actually, it's kind of amazing, utterly fucking forgettable. You are on the bullet train to Bill O'Reilly town, dude. The minute this show ends, you're podcasting it with the rest of us. And that's gotta kind of suck. You grow a beard, nobody's gonna fucking know who you are. You're done, son. How's that feel? For real. How's that feel? Because I don't have that problem. That's nice. I'm just saying. I definitely long hair having it right now, especially when it's down, gives me a little room to move. But the minute I open my fucking mouth in any crowded area, people are like, Mr. Davenport, hey, that's Michael. Hey, I love your Talk Soup. Whatever. Like, I have a bunch of shit I can feel good about. And historically, people can watch over and over and over again because it has, kind of worth for its comic base, even if it's retro, like I like watching the Greatest American Hero or something like that. You can go back and watch it again. It's fun. Nobody's going to go back and watch old Hannity's. Right? All right, I'm getting over it, Cheryl.
You and your family have had to go through. I covered the Russia, as the president would say, the Russia hoax, Russia, right? 3 years, it was all based on a lie.
No, it wasn't.
And it was debunked.
No, it wasn't.
I watched...
how many people in his fucking cabinet or in his campaign went to fucking jail over that? 9? He had to fucking pardon a bunch of people.
Him go through not 1 but 2 impeachments.
Yeah. Were they both over Russia, dum-dum? What were they over? Well, the first one was because he tried to withhold congressionally approved arms for an allied country to make them at the effect of Russian aggression. Because, boy, if he'd have been successful, that'd have really teed up the Russian attack. It wasn't. So it's interesting that they had to put a pause on it until about a year and a half later when Biden took over. Funky, yeah? After Biden took over. Notice that? That they, like, right about that time, he could have cut off those javelins, and he couldn't manage to do it. So Russia had to pause their attack for a year to wait for the fighting season to come back around. Odd. And then the second time was over January, fuck you, I think. What was the date exactly?
We'll get to the assassination attempts. He's been through so much, but so have you.
Yeah, you really has. I mean, you have a child with that man. And does the stench ever come out?
And what stunned me is when you actually said that when they first impeached him, oh, I'm surprised it took so long. Wow, you were expecting it all.
Oh, you're surprised it took them so long? Maybe she meant she's surprised it took him so long to actually break a law, like a verifiable, obvious one.
I did, because I saw how they treat him, how the media was against him. I think they are afraid of his strength. And
yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. The strength, that, like, the strength he uses to, like, put his hands on women without their permission. You mean that kind of strength?
he was leading this country with peace through strength.
Oh, yeah? Tell that to the Kurds.
So as soon he announced...
Oh, wait. Maybe she's right. She said piss through strength. Her accent throws me off. Peace through strength. Yeah. So his strength is in pissing himself. I get it. Okay.
Announced that he's running for the president, everything really changed. And
right. Because he went from being New York's problem to the country's problem. What part? A lot of people don't get. It's like Kavanaugh. Why did these people not come out before Kavanaugh was going to be a Supreme Court justice? Because he was a problem, but he wasn't America's problem. Now that he's going to be a SCOTUS and he's going to make decisions for fucking everybody, you damn straight the quality of the vetting goes up.
I saw it and I said, this will not be...
Gee, you mean the American people tend to take more seriously who our presidents are versus who our shitty reality show, game show hosts are. Really? That we didn't vet him like on for The Apprentice the way we did for the presidency? We didn't take that as seriously? We didn't give a fuck if he could write, or have ghost-written dumbass books and sell them to idiots who actually believe his fucking myth?
Very pleasant, but I knew what he's into it, what he will need to deal with. And as soon he announced a presidency, and then when he won, they start already talking about the impeachment. The opposition newspaper had the front page story.
The opposition newspaper? You do realize you're not in Eastern Europe right now, right? We have an adversarial media in the country, period.
Impeachment is starting. So I always said to him, what is next?
Yes. What is next? What have you fucked up now, Donald?
So it's in one way you're not surprised, and
in another way you kind of are.
Every event that it happened, I'm thinking, what is next?
Yes, oftentimes I feel like when something happens, what is next if I'm not busy dealing with what is happening?
What they are trying to do, and you always fear the worst, and that it happened.
Yes, you always fear the worst, and that it happened.
Hey, Sean Hannity.
Wait, sorry. So let me get this straight. I don't want to get too tinfoil hat about this, but is Melania saying that Trump was actually assassinated and replaced with a clone that was actually smellier and an even worse lover than he was. And I mean, because when you're talking about the worst, it's gotta be that's pretty fucking bad. That's pretty fucking bad. And somebody was like that. Francie says, that was an interview? No, that was not an interview. That was a woman selling a book and Sean Hannity helping. That was a paragraph in a prenup, is what that is. That was an agreement with Trump and Hannity that even though Michael Cohen couldn't talk about what he did for them because of attorney-client privilege, the two of them being in the room with each other and admitting that they were in that room would nullify that, and they could say whatever the fuck they wanted about what the other did. And so Trump was like, give her the interview and give her some spot in there. I'm going to tell everybody what you did when you were client number 3. That's what that seems like to me. Not so much an interview, but is the payoff in a blackmail scheme. Chipster visit? I think that's a good idea. Hold on one second. I'm gonna go see if I can dig him up. He's been floundering on the steps lately, so maybe he's around. Hold on one second. Chip was. Look at Bowie. Where is he? Maddie. This is Maddie. This is Maddie. Hi, Maddie. Chip was way upstairs, so he was hiding someplace. And Maddie's here. This is Maddie. Hi, baby. There she is. Hi. What you doing? I don't. She's like, I don't like this. What's happening? This is Maddie, everybody. Maddie's a pretty girl. Maddie's our supermodel. She's beautiful and dumb. She's not very smart and she falls off of things, but she's super sweet and she has a very weak meow. It's like, ah. There she goes. Hi, sweetie. Yeah. But once you pick her up, she will just kind of drape. She just likes to drape on you. Yeah. Yeah, you're a pretty girl. Yeah, she's just floppy. It's so sweet. She's our floppiest cat. Yeah. What's going on? Maddie. Such a sweet girl. If you pick her up for very long, if she doesn't come up and rub up against you, she's like, I'm going to the vet, aren't I? She has this kind of like, oh boy. Hi. Yeah. What you doing, sweetheart? What's your sweet girl? There she is. Yeah. She's a sweetie. Look at this. Look at the girl. Yeah, she's a hugger. Very sweet. She's also the one that steps on my balls every morning. When I go down and Chip wakes me up at 5:30 in the morning, and I feed Chip, and then I come up afterwards, and I'm clearly awake. She hops up on the bed for pets, and needs to walk right across me, and if I'm laying on my side or my stomach or something, she starts going, like she's like, dude, turn over, and I, like an asshole, I turn over, don't I? Yeah, you're a sweet girl. And yeah, I'm telling this story. Yeah, you're embarrassed because I'm telling this story. And right? And then she's like, okay, now you're on your belly, and bonk, she'll just walk right across me, and she's a great ball stepper. Look at this sweet girl. She tucks her nose. Look at this. She's so sweet. She knows I'm talking to somebody too. That's the other part. Like if you talk on the phone or a FaceTime, she's like, She's very shy. Okay, I'll let you go. You can run back upstairs if you want to. There you go, sweetheart. Sweet guy. And that's cat time. Thank you very much. You're watching House Parks Mega Worldwide. Like, subscribe, give a thumbs up, share the show. And seriously, subscribe. What the hell? Like, 80% of the people who watch the show aren't subscribed. It's not like it costs anything on YouTube, folks. It's free. You don't have to be a member and all that kind of stuff. Good Lord. Subscribe. I'm just telling you. And share my clips out if you would. And if you can't share the clips out because that's not how your Facebook works or whatever, just leave a comment in one of them. That also helps. Just saying. But yeah. What else can I ask for? Nothing. I'm just glad you're here. I'm glad you gave me your time. And that applies to our maggots and trolls as well. I'm sorry your life sucks right now, but it's just FAFO. You're having a FAFO moment, and there's not much you can do about it. Look, think about it this way. It could be worse. It could be the kidney.
The kidney has a very special place in the heart.
So, but luckily it isn't. And, so count your blessings.